This is the first time that I'm speaking about it. It's something that I'll never forget.
Every day I'm working on that case. Every day we're figuring something out. Every day we're talking to investigators. And that's essentially what Alex did on this case.
All right, let's move on now.
The world of fame and fortune is often a double-edged sword, with red carpet moments shadowed by darker realities. Currently, the entertainment industry is rocked by shocking allegations against Sean Diddy Combs, a name synonymous with success, luxury, and hip-hop culture's rise. Fans and critics alike are left stunned, questioning how his empire could face such turmoil. The big question on everyone's mind: how did Diddy go from being an icon to the center of these shocking accusations?
Well, first of all, I can only imagine how sloppy Sean Combs was with evidence when he got busted with those 2 machine guns or 3 machine guns with the altered serial numbers. So I really don't trust Sean Combs or the people around him's ability to properly cover up anything. So I envision that you're going to see a trial, payments from his Amex for flights for people, straight payments directly from his company to people.
A mogul who built an empire brick by brick, celebrated for his artistry and business acumen, now caught in a whirlwind of allegations that threaten everything he's worked for. The latest claims against Sean Diddy Combs have stunned the public, with 2 new complaints filed in New York. One accuser, referred to as Jane Doe, recounts a harrowing experience from 2002. It began as a night out with friends in Times Square, but quickly spiraled into a nightmare. Jane alleges she was invited to a party hosted by Diddy, where she was served pre-mixed drinks, leaving her feeling disoriented and vulnerable. She claims she was then taken to a separate room, where a chaotic and disturbing scene unfolded. Surrounded by people engaged in inappropriate acts, her protests were ignored. By the end of the night, she says she was threatened and made to feel unsafe, with emotional scars lingering ever since.
Time frame is important because this happened in hotels, in places that have surveillance, that there's records that could be consistent with his testimony about when he alleges that these parties took place. He probably has his own information about who attended the events. When you're somebody like Sean Combs and you're such a celebrity and you're engaged in this type of behavior, people around you are memorializing it on the.
If that wasn't enough, a second complaint paints an even darker picture. Another woman, also referred to as Jane Doe, alleges a harrowing experience at an event in 2020 where Diddy was present. Describing the atmosphere as predatory, she claims to have witnessed events that are chilling and hard to comprehend. The legal action seeks compensatory damages while shedding light on Diddy's alleged involvement in disturbing behavior. If the allegations are proven true, they could have lifelong consequences for the mogul, shaking the foundation of his empire.
But it will be up to the jury, and there's really another piece of this case, and that's the racketeering case, and they don't really talk about that. Diddy's attorneys, Sean Combs' attorneys, they stay away from the racketeering part of this. They are focused solely on the trafficking part of this case.
The drama surrounding Sean Diddy Combs doesn't end with the 2 recent complaints. Their stories have ignited a wave of questions about what might be lurking beneath the surface. Last year, Diddy's legal issues took center stage again when a bombshell lawsuit was filed by another accuser. The lawsuit initially implicated both Diddy and Jay-Z, involving an incident from over 20 years ago. However, the lawsuit was suddenly withdrawn, fueling speculation about what transpired behind closed doors. Some pointed to inconsistencies in the accuser's account, while others wondered if the dismissal was a result of behind-the-scenes negotiations or external pressures. What's even more unsettling is how these allegations keep piling up. It feels like each week another shocking claim emerges, with more individuals stepping forward to share their stories. This mounting wave of accusations raises the question: is this the beginning of the end for one of entertainment's most influential moguls, or is Diddy being unfairly targeted at the height of his career? Diddy's legal team has been outspoken, calling these lawsuits baseless and claiming they're fueled by individuals seeking financial gain or media attention. They've denied all allegations, insisting that Diddy has never engaged in harmful behavior, portraying him as the victim of a sensationalized witch hunt.
Actually thought that he was above the law, so I can only, think that, he was sloppy in the way that he did these crimes, that there's probably a trail of evidence, not only involving him, but everybody in his circle that he would, delegate these responsibilities to. And those people are when they're.
Legal experts warn that the impact of these accusations extends beyond the courtroom, with Diddy's reputation potentially facing irreversible damage. Regardless of the legal outcome, brands and business partners often distance themselves from controversy, and public opinion can shift faster than any court decision. With allegations spanning decades and touching every corner of his personal and professional life, Diddy now finds himself at the eye of a storm that shows no signs of calming.
Good morning, Michael. At this point, we've all probably heard about these infamous parties. Diddy's assistant now giving us details about what he says were called Wild King Nights.
Adding fuel to the fire are rumors about the nature of the parties at the center of the allegations. Descriptions of meticulously organized gatherings with questionable activities have drawn attention from fans and skeptics alike. Former acquaintances, anonymous sources, and even partygoers have shared their recollections, some aligning with the complaints. While these accounts remain unverified, they amplify the sensationalism surrounding the case, raising even more questions about the environments Diddy is alleged to have fostered.
A lot of times you have him with a younger female, and there's a power dynamic there. A more impressionable girl is easier to reel in. Consent is between the people that are engaging, and I wasn't there in these situations to understand the consent.
The lawsuit involving Jay-Z added another layer of intrigue to the case. As two music icons with a complex history of both collaboration and competition, the inclusion of Jay-Z's name alongside Diddy's sent shockwaves through the industry. The claim alleged their involvement in a chilling and controversial incident, but just as quickly as it emerged, the lawsuit was dismissed without prejudice. Jay-Z publicly celebrated the dismissal, calling it a victory for truth and justice. However, skeptics remain unconvinced. Was the dismissal a genuine resolution, or did behind-the-scenes negotiations play a role? Was it dismissed due to lack of evidence, or is there more to the story? Fans are left to speculate.
Jay-Z is speaking out this morning after the civil suit accusing him and Sean Diddy Combs of was dropped. NBC's Chloe Malas is here with more.
Diddy's legal troubles are part of a larger trend in the entertainment industry, where high-profile figures are facing scrutiny as their past actions are re-examined. For some, this reckoning has led to accountability, while for others, it highlights the complex power dynamics of celebrity culture. However, Diddy's case stands apart due to the scale and severity of the allegations. The mogul, once celebrated for his ability to command attention, now finds that the spotlight feels less like praise and more like a harsh interrogation light, intensifying the scrutiny surrounding him.
Lawsuit was withdrawn by the accuser's attorney Tony Busby on Friday with prejudice, meaning it cannot be refiled. Now, this lawsuit had originally been filed in December on behalf of a woman only known as Jane Doe, who claimed that Jay-Z and Combs her when she was just 13 years old at a house party following the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards.
What's striking is how each new allegation adds another layer to the unfolding narrative. While Diddy's legal team continues to dismiss the claims as opportunistic and unfounded, the growing number of stories creates a broader picture that's hard to ignore. These allegations have sparked widespread debates about power, privilege, and accountability in the entertainment world, forcing fans and insiders to confront uncomfortable truths. In the midst of this, Diddy's defense efforts have been relentless. His legal team has filed motions, countersuits, and issued public statements at a constant pace, arguing that the media frenzy surrounding the case has created a biased environment. They claim this trial by headlines has unfairly turned public opinion against Diddy, making it impossible for him to receive a fair trial. Yet, despite their efforts to control the narrative, the tide of allegations continues to rise.
Short win. It's really much more of a loss for the legal team of Jay-Z and Diddy.
Why would you say that? Because the judge was kind of harsh to Jay-Z and Diddy in her response?
Yeah, this is sort of like, you know, if a child asks you for something and you're trying to like teach them a lesson, you say, no, not right now. You know, go be good for a little while, then come back and ask me again.
As of now, Diddy remains in custody, awaiting his day in court, with the stakes higher than ever. The potential lifelong consequences hanging in the balance make the outcome of these cases crucial, not just for Diddy, but for the entertainment industry as a whole. While some view this as a long overdue reckoning, others see it as a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked fame and power. The question lingers, is this an orchestrated attempt to bring down a powerful figure, or a necessary exposure of hidden truths? As legal battles unfold, the world watches, waiting for answers that may never fully emerge. With so much at stake, the next chapter promises to be just as explosive as the last.